Listen to the overlapping conversations, the pinging notifications, and the constant physical movement of dozens of people in a confined space. It is a dense, heavy wall of sensory data. We are expected to navigate this noise seamlessly. The social contract dictates that you nod, smile, and engage continuously with the person you're facing, filtering out the chaos without a second thought. But occasionally, someone abruptly disengages. They go completely still. Their eyes glaze over, and their outward communication shuts down entirely. Coworkers and friends quickly assign their own labels to this sudden silence. They assume the person is being rude, feeling depressed, or intentionally displaying an antisocial attitude. If we measure sensory endurance, the reality looks completely different. We have to ask if this sudden withdrawal is an antisocial flaw or a much deeper mechanical process at work. This sudden retreat is actually an emergency biological protocol. The body triggers it automatically to prevent complete nervous system burnout. This silhouette of the human nervous system shows external light, sound, and movement bombarding the brain. Without an automatic filtering mechanism, sensory data multiplies rapidly, overwhelming the cranial space. This triggers an involuntary spike in cortisol and adrenaline, preparing the body for fight or flight. When people talk about a draining social battery, they are describing a literal, measurable threshold of biological endurance. For highly reactive individuals, sustained social interaction physically registers as a continuous stress event. Their body has to mount an active biological defense to survive it. Here, we see when sensory endurance breaks. The amygdala lights up, initiating a defense cascade against threatening stimuli. It fires a signal to the brainstem, activating the periaqueductal gray, or PAG. This physical break sends signals down the spinal cord to forcefully halt outside engagement. This braking mechanism forces a parasympathetic shift, which triggers a measurable drop in heart rate known as fear bradycardia. A parasympathetic shift moves the body into a state of physical conservation, and fear bradycardia is the rapid deceleration of the heart that accompanies freezing behavior. This internal deceleration creates the external behavior we recognize as zoning out. The person physically stops moving and stares blankly because their motor system has been temporarily put on hold. Their mind is not empty. It strategically reallocates its power away from high-frequency external noise so it can manage internal tasks. By freezing, the brain successfully pauses the outside world. It secures the bandwidth necessary to catch up on vital emotional regulation and profound internal processing. When we step back into the noise of the real world, common habits take on a new context. Avoiding small talk, retreating to a quiet room, or taking a few days to reply to a message look entirely different. These actions are physiological self-care. They are required maintenance for a reactive nervous system, not symptoms of an antisocial personality. Individuals with highly reactive systems have a responsibility to communicate their limits. Clearly stating the need for space prevents peers from feeling rejected or confused by sudden silence. Workplaces and social circles also need to adapt. We have to stop equating constant verbal chatter and immediate responses with intelligence or productivity. Providing quiet workspaces and prioritizing asynchronous communication gives people the environment they need to process data without hitting sensory burnout. Solitude acts as a biological power bank. By stepping away from the noise, individuals allow their nervous system to recalibrate, ensuring they emerge clear-minded, recharged, and fully capable of thriving.